Dr. Campbell, tell me a little about your background.
I was born in Jamaica
Mm-hmm.
in a rural community called Airy Castle.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the parish of St. Thomas,
Mm-hmm.
very close to the Bath Fountain. For international travelers, they would know that the Bath Fountain is the #2 rated mineral bath in the world, but it's very rural.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in a single parent household.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was the third of 6 siblings, and it so happened that I am one of those who actually did not know my biological father. My mother, she was a hairdresser and struggled very much to ensure that we had a meal. Going to high school was very difficult and challenging for me. And it so happened that I was the only one who got an opportunity to go to high school. So my upbringing was, as it were, one of great struggle. We were poor and had a very rough time. But looking back now, it's like some of those days were, some of the better days. You had no responsibilities and you just grew up as a normal kid, so I'm happy, to have been given the opportunity to finish high school at least, and to have gone on further.
Thank you. That's a good story. So tell me, why did you start the Rixon O Campbell Global Education Network?
I finished high school as a result of 2 of my cousins who migrated to Canada. They helped me to finish high school, and I got the opportunity to go to college, and it was strangers who actually helped me to get through college. Not to say the least that was a very daunting task, having difficulties to finish high school, much less going to college, which I was very privileged to have done, in Jamaica, the College of Hard Science and Technology. So as time progressed, I got an opportunity to migrate to St. Lucia, and eventually I came here to the United States, where I continued my education. Went back to undergraduate, got a bachelor's degree in hospitality and tourism management. Then I did my master's and completed my doctorate. I am one of those persons who never forget where I actually come from, knowing the struggles that my mother had. She was a hairdresser, as I said before, and she also was, one of those persons who did janitorial services at the primary school in the community where we, where I attended. She used to sweep the classroom in the evenings, and after a while, upon graduating with my doctorate in 2012, I was asked to go back to the community, Airy Castle primary school, to be their commencement speaker in 2013. While I was there, out of the blue, there was no plans. I just impulsively, say, guess what? Each year, I am going to ensure that at least a child from a single parent household gets the opportunity to matriculate through high school. And I made that promise then in 2013 and gave an award out of my pocket to, a child. And it continued. And I named the award the Isolate Rebecca Campbell Award in honor of my mother. I had a mentor. His name was Mr. Wentworth Veach. He was one of those persons who actually instilled in me that, whatever you set your mind to, you can do it. So I started the ROCEGN Global Education Network to assist students who are primarily, or a matter of fact, solely from single parents household, because it's a reflection of my story, and to give back to my community in Jamaica. So each year I do fundraising, and I go back to Airy Castle and I give awards, and you will be surprised to see how a few dollars, how the parents and the kids, how elated they are. So that is what I've started to, one is to give back. Two, I know from my personal journey that education is the only vehicle that can actually uplift you socially and every other kind of way to be a better person. So I am a staunch advocate for education, because that is what gave me the opportunity to be where I'm at today.
All right, fantastic. Thank you for that. It was very interesting. Now, tell me, are you sustainable at the moment to provide the awards each year?
It is a challenge, to say the least. One of the things is that, individuals, they like what you're doing, and they give you encouragements. But one of the challenge is actually coming through financially to whenever promises are made. So each year I try to do at least one fundraiser, and that is how I'm able to get the funds to buy the awards, to give the students the money at least to buy uniform, books, for transportation, even at the start of the semester in September. My challenge at this moment is, as you say, sustainability. The aim is to not only provide a one-time gift to the students in the form of a scholarship at the beginning of the semester, September. I want to be able to send money each month to assist the parents, because I know how many days I took the public transportation back then, and I didn't have bus fare, neither did I have lunch money. I would come home from school with a splitting headache because I haven't eaten all day. But I took the bus to Happy Grove High School. So I know what it is, and the struggle that some of these parents do have to actually send their kids to school. So the short answer is, am I sustainable? No. Because I'm not fully able to do that which I've committed myself to do each month, to send that money to help those students that have been awarded since 2013. Notwithstanding, at the beginning of the semester, I'm able to travel to Jamaica and to make the awards and, to give the students that which I've promised. But beyond that, I want to do more.
Okay, thank you for that. Now, for those who will see this video and want to make a contribution, how can they do so?
They're one of two ways. I have a for-profit, which is RC7 Management Consulting, and I have linked the non-profit, the ROCEGN, to that website, which is www.rc7mc.com, and there's a link that takes you to be able to donate. I do social media, Facebook, I do LinkedIn, and I ask people to make contribution. So they can always go in and click on the donate page, and they are able to make tax deductible contribution to the foundation. $5, $10, $20, whatever you can give will go a long way. Or you can send a check to ROCEGN 1536 Bray Drive in Charlotte, North Carolina, 28214. And you will get a receipt at the end of the season if you are in the United States to get your tax refund taken care of with that. So we're hoping that for this year, the fundraising coming up in March and in May, people will definitely support us so I can continue this work.
All right, thank you, Dr. Campbell, and thank you for your story.
Thanks for taking the time to have a conversation with me about the foundation. Thank you.